Yes, friends, we are gradually filling in our work now, and the impact we are making is also increasing. Now, to enhance the impact we will make within the work, we need to equip the work with the ambience within it. Friends, in the equipping part, furnishing with design-oriented elements is the most beneficial choice. But if you add everything you find into the work during model transfer from 3D warehouse or different places, you will encounter many problems. This will completely change the concept of the work, its design concept, friends. It will also have a negative impact on visualization. Therefore, instead of adding everything we acquire to the work, it would be logical to add objects that will enhance the ambience of the work. Here, while I am filling this work, I also want to talk a bit about Enscape. Look, when we look at it like this, we can see the overall work like this. When we press the lens icon here and set it to 65, we can see it from the farthest point. However, this way of viewing is a somewhat problematic system because we distort the lens. But in terms of seeing the entire work, this was scene 1. Let's do this for scene 2 as well, friends. We will see one from 65 and the other from another place. Look, scene 2 has been created. This is scene 2. When I come to scene 1, I double-click. It comes to the normal value of 45. When I come to scene 2, friends, it comes to the value of 65. In this way, you can perform this operation to show the scene to your client or different people. And you can also export it from the file as a PNG or JPEG from the 2D graphics section. I had exported it, let me show you. If you send this as an image without giving the file, friends, it will be healthier. You show the design, and no one can use the visual you sent without rendering. Therefore, it is a healthy method. When you take it from various angles from various frames, you only send the screen visual. You can even stick labels on the top, right, and left sides of the screen. I want to show that too, because this is important. Friends, you go to the Style section. In the Edit section, look, there are watermarks here. This is the part where you add your own logo. You press the plus button. From here, for example, my own logo, like SketchUp Turkey's or Ufuk Şen's logo. Let it be SketchUp Turkey. Let me add it. Look, when I add it here, it adds it completely here. If you want to add it to the background, it places it in the background. If you want to add it to the front, it places it like this. By saying next, here. Let's say next here. Look, friends, you can mark all of them. You can resize them. You can adjust the position. Look, it stays at the center point. When you take the picture on the screen or send the file, it always stays here continuously. You can also add its position from here. Look, whether it's on the right or left. When they open this file, it will always appear. Here, friends, until you enter the menu here. Click on the menu from here and press the minus button over there. When you press the minus button, it asks if you want to delete it. You say yes, and it deletes, friends. Deleting in this way is simple, but if you do these while taking a screenshot, you will have already protected your work. In our next lesson, I will talk about Enscape. While discussing Enscape, friends, you will see that some lighting systems are active in the files we downloaded earlier. I will show you why those lighting systems are active. But while running Enscape, we will also see in our settings from the settings section. Within Enscape, we will both learn Enscape and see how the lighting effect in the scene impacts the work. Friends, that's why Enscape is actually a very nice render engine. The lighting system of Enscape is somewhat similar to Corona Renderer, friends, because the renders I got really resemble Corona Renderer, my friends. In the renders I have taken before, the lighting system is very beautiful. When you capture good lighting and support it from the inside, very excellent results emerge.